100 days ago, America's house was on fire. We had to act. And thanks to the extraordinary leadership of Speaker Pelosi, Majority Leader Schumer, and the overwhelming support of the American people, Democrats, Independents, and Republicans, we did act.
Well, over the 100 days, we saw that Joe Biden came into office very popular among the American people, and he's really stayed that way. I mean, since he took office, his approval rating has increased just a little bit. 57% of voters approve of him nationwide right now. He's in good standing with Black voters, with Hispanic voters, with suburban voters, with college-educated whites. Really, the only thing that has changed is some of the folks who were in the middle and said they didn't know have started to express disapproval, which is sort of natural after he takes office. A lot of this seems to be driven by personality compared to Donald Trump. The American people seem pretty happy with a more traditionalist approach to governing compared to sort of the volatility of the former president. And good timing. I mean, Joe Biden came into office when the pandemic was heading in the right direction, sort of the vaccines were taking off. The numbers were starting to inch down after the Christmas holiday, and it has played very well for him. Some of his best marks in our polling come on handling of the pandemic, and so that's going well for him. What's going to be interesting to watch moving forward is whether this can stick. Every president hits a moment where their approval ratings fall. Joe Biden ranks alongside folks like Bill Clinton or George W. Bush at this time of their presidency. It doesn't look a lot like Barack Obama did, but history is an interesting guide here because we saw how popular Barack Obama was and how quickly Republicans were sort of able to take that down. So that is a little bit of a caveat to a lot of this is, it's a long road between now and the midterm elections next year. Well, Joe Biden came into office and the theme of his inauguration was unity after the Capitol riots in January. And just over half of voters, 53%, say that Joe Biden has done more to unite the country than divide it. And this question itself is pretty polarizing. A very large chunk of Republican voters say that Joe Biden has done more to divide the country than unite it. And so even on whether or not the country is divided, there's division between the two political parties. But that hasn't played out in things like issue polling and things like polling about the major COVID-19 relief package. That bill had wide bipartisan support among the American people. And the Biden administration was able to use that to say that they're working in a bipartisan way, even if Republicans on Capitol Hill won't come along. It's early in the process of the other two major bills that Joe Biden's trying to push. But at this point, they do not have similar levels of Republican support across the country. So that's going to be something to really be watching.